So you think you missed the AI boat, right? Because you didn't buy NVIDIA stock back in 2023. Let me tell you something. That was just the infrastructure phase, the warm-up act. We are just now getting to the main event. Okay, let's dive into what is, without a doubt, the single biggest opportunity of this year, the Agentic Shift. All right, look at this. Right now, today, only a tiny 4% of all business workflows are fully automated. 4%. Just let that sink in for a second. Despite all the noise, all the hype, the vast majority of businesses haven't even scratched the surface of what AI can do. So if you're feeling like you're behind, I'm telling you, you're not. You are standing at the absolute starting line. That massive 96% of unautomated work, that isn't a missed opportunity. No, that's the entire racetrack, and it is wide open right in front of you. And what's the prize at the finish line? Well, the AI market is on a trajectory to become a $1.3 trillion industry by 2030. This isn't just another tech trend. We are talking about a fundamental rewiring of the entire global economy. You see, this whole opportunity exists because we've just hit a massive pivot point. We're calling it the Great Recalibration. We're moving beyond the era of generative AI, the chatbots that can talk, and we're entering the era of Agentic AI. That's software that actually gets work done. So what does that even mean? What is this new paradigm? Let's break down what Agentic AI actually is, and more importantly, why it's where the real money is about to be made. It's actually pretty simple when you boil it down. A chatbot is basically read-only. It just sits there, waiting for you to ask it something, and then it spits back information. An agent, on the other hand, is read and write. It doesn't wait. You give it a goal, and it actively executes tasks across different systems to make that goal happen. The key phrase here is the ability to act. An agent has permissions. It's a trusted part of your team. I mean, imagine an agent that can't just draft a sales contract, but can also log into your CRM, update the deal status, email the client to get a signature, and then process the payment. See, it's not just an assistant. It's a digital employee that handles an entire workflow from start to finish. And this is exactly how it operates. It's in this constant loop. First, it perceives the environment, what's happening right now. Then it reasons about a plan to hit its objective. Then it acts on that plan, using all the tools it's been given. And finally, it reviews the outcome to learn and adjust for next time. It's a non-stop, autonomous cycle of getting things done. And here is the real game changer. You don't need a computer science degree to build these things anymore. We've officially entered the era of vibe coding. You literally just describe what you want in plain English, and the platform translates that vibe into working code. Your ability to clearly map out a business process is now way more valuable than your ability to write Python. Okay, so we get what an agent is. Now for the million-dollar question, or in this case, the trillion-dollar question. How do you actually make money from this? There are three main paths to building a seriously high-revenue business in this new economy. We're going to break down three incredible models: the high-ticket AI automation agency, the super scalable vertical size agent, and the absolutely critical compliance and monitoring service. First up, the AI automation agency. This is a classic high-ticket service model. You kick things off with a paid audit to go into a company and find their biggest automation opportunities. Then you charge a pretty hefty fee for the build phase. But here's the best part. You lock in that sweet recurring revenue with a monthly support retainer. This is the absolute gold standard for building predictable cash flow. And the profit margins? They are just insane. A traditional agency is lucky to hit 45% profit. These new AI automation agencies are clearing 70% or more. And why is that? It's simple. Once the system is built, the AI agents are doing all the heavy lifting, not your expensive human payroll. Now, the agency model is powerful, for sure. But what if you could turn your expertise into a product? Well, that brings us to the second path, vertical specialization. The idea here is simple. General do-it-all AI is becoming a commodity. The real defensible value is in solving very specific, very expensive problems for niche industries. Just think about it for a second. Instead of doing a one-off project, you build a patient onboarding agent specifically for dental offices that handles everything: appointments, insurance checks, paperwork. Then you package it as a SaaS product and sell it to thousands of dental practices. You're not just selling a service anymore. You're selling a scalable solution. And that brings us to our third model, the safety net. Big companies are absolutely terrified of AI going rogue, of hallucinations, data leaks, and regulatory nightmares like the EU AI Act. They will pay a huge premium for guardrail services. These are systems that monitor their AI agents, make sure they're compliant, and give them a layer of trust and observability. You literally get paid to be the insurance policy for their entire AI strategy. So those are the business models. But what tools do you actually need to build them? Let's do a quick run-through of the essential tech stack for any serious agent builder heading into 2026. Okay, let's talk stack. For the brain of the operation, the orchestration, you're looking at platforms like N8N, which is fantastic for secure, self-hosted workflows. If you need something really solid for production, Vellum is a top-tier choice. And if you want to get your hands dirty with code, LangChain is still the framework to beat. On top of that, you'll want to layer in data enrichment tools to make your agents smarter and internal tool platforms to build out the command center, the dashboards companies will use to manage their new digital employees. All right, we've covered the what, the why, and the how. But let's zoom out for a second and talk about the fundamental choice that all of this presents, because this is about more than just starting a new business. This right here, this is the new economic divide. On one side, you have people who are renting out their time for a linear income, doing manual tasks day in and day out. On the other side, you have people building digital equity, the architects who oversee fleets of autonomous agents that work for them 24/7, generating value even while they're asleep. The key takeaway is this. The economy is literally splitting in two. You have those who rent their time, and you have those who build digital equity by creating these fleets of agents that just work and work and work. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it is the new reality of the marketplace. We are in a perfect storm right now. You've got the compliance tax on one side, this massive cost for businesses to keep up with AI rules, and on the other, you have the incredible power of the Agentic Shift. Together, they have created the biggest arbitrage opportunity of our generation. And all arbitrage is profiting from a price difference. In this case, it's the gap between what AI can do and what businesses are actually doing. And right now, that gap is a canyon. Look, this window of opportunity is not going to stay open forever. The technology is moving at a breakneck pace, and the rest of the market is waking up fast. So the final question is really simple. Are you going to be an architect of a digital workforce, or are you going to be replaced by one? The choice is yours.